So for preparing the pieces, I've added the interfacing. So this is one piece. Then I have the flies. And as you can see here, the interfacing piece is slightly smaller than the actual piece, and this is to prevent the interfacing to stuck on the ironing table or on the ironing board, so it's good to do that. And it also reduces the bulk on the seam allowances. So I have the two flies here, and then I have the belt. So I have the complete belt once fused with the interfacing. So these pieces, and then additionally also there is the left dress piece. So I have similarly here as I have for the facing piece, I have this strip of fabric that I applied there. What I also prepared was that I sew these buttons on the fly. I also sew these buttons on the left dress piece, and you can sew the buttons later also. I used sew-in press buttons that I got from Berlin, from a flea market basically. So they are actually a little bit different. They are not all exactly the same. So I have to be super careful when I attach the counterparts for this one. But you can use whatever you have instead. What is also good to do for the preparation is to sew this diagonal seam of the fly. So I just pin it, and then you sew the small diagonal piece in place so you have it ready when assembling the skirt.
So next thing is that we will prepare the skirt pieces. So I have two main fabric skirt pieces. There are these notches on the waist, and the waist is the one where you have this curve for the pockets, and you simply just connect the notches. And fold it towards the straight edge. So not towards the slits, the pockets, but towards the straight edge. So here, just combine these two notches, put them together, and pin it there. So this is the first one. So both of the folds are folded towards the straight edge, which is the center front, and the notches are aligned. So these are the two main front pieces, and they are now correct, yes. Then I put that aside, and then I have black pieces, and there I have a dart. So I will connect the notches, look for the dart points, pin the notches together. And if you want, I just made a small marking here at the end of the dart, but you can always draw a line, which could make it easier to then later sew straight. Even though it's a small seam, it might be a little bit challenging sometimes to find the straight sewing. And here the same, so I have the mark there, I have the notches here, and I line them together. And then I put another pin here. So this is the back main piece, and then I still have to do the lining pieces. So for the lining we have again one back piece, and here I just sew the notches together and fold them towards the side seam. So I do not do a closed dart, but it's a pleat on the back. This gives it a little bit more space for the back lining to move. So this is the back. Let's move this pin a bit. Back lining. And then what we still need are the two front pieces of the lining. So here we do the same as we did for the main fabric. So we match the notches and turn the fold towards this. Well, here it's not straight because here's the slit. This is the right lining piece, so it has this slit curve. So we fold that towards to that slit curve. So this is the left. So we want to fold the pleat to the straight, to the center front seam, towards the center front seam. I just go a little bit over and then I stop. That's the first one. So this is the back skirt piece where I'm doing the dots. I do a few stitches in the beginning, go back, and then I sew all the way to my marking at the end of the darts. Then I do back stitching again. And that's it. And for the skirt lining pieces, I do the same. I just stay stitch the folds, the pleats in place. So here are the stay stitched pieces ready. So I have the skirt pieces. These are the two front skirt pieces that I have. Then I have stay stitched the lining. And the back lining. What I will quickly do still for the preparing is that I will press the darts on the skirt back piece. On both sides. One more thing that is good to do for preparing the pieces is to do the hemming, like do the hemming fold for
the front lining skirt pieces. So I have the front lining skirt piece here. This is my wrong side of the fabric. I fold it twice towards the wrong side of the fabric just to have the fold in place. This fold is not stitched yet. It helps me when I'm doing the vent later on.